Hello guys, this is CrazyMan7777 here, finally coming to the review that I have been kind of disacknowledging for a while now, which is the Scarab review. We are going to go straight into it, but first, of course, we are going to look at something that is special for the set, which is actually the box. This box is really cool. It's huge, it's on par with the actual set itself. And that is what contained all of the stuff that came with the set. And of course, it is a certified signature series set, and it comes with one instruction booklet, which is freaking huge, actually. Look at that thing. Like that thing, I can't even hold it with my whole hand. And look at the instruction booklet right here. Hope you guys don't mind a little bit of shaky cam. So it has a little bit of an introduction here with the Covenant Scarab. That has actually some information about the Covenant Scarab, which is pretty sweet, and some footage from the game. And then the thing goes straight into it. 126 pages there are in this thing. It is kind of ridiculous. But we will look at the box before we do anything. Just real quick. This box has interesting opening procedure. If I can remember it correctly. I haven't opened this thing for so long. I believe it opens from the top. Yeah. Alright. So many latches. That's pretty cool. And of course there's like a couple of these huge boxes in here that contain the pieces for the Mega Bloks set, which I think they might actually still contain the pieces, so I'm not going to open them. But that is the box. We will get into the figures in a moment. Alright guys, here are the figures. There are only 5 figures in the set, not really much to admire, I would say, for this size of a set, but it really does seem like the set was focused on the Scarab rather than the figures, where there are some other expensive sets like the Shadow Convoy set that we looked at already, where I am most certain that the set was focused on the figures and not really much the actual Covenant Shadow. This set does, however, come with a wide array of weaponry to give these guys. I think that we have a like 2 plasma pistols, 3 carbine, actually 4 carbines that are in the indigo color, or whatever you want to call it. 1 energy sword, 1 fuel rod gun, and a singular plasma rifle come with this set. So there's a lot to give these 4 figures, and there is a important figure, which is the Prophet of Truth's little hologram, which is present in Halo 3, and I'm pretty sure that this Scarab is mostly Halo 3. And we have the Covenant Aesthetic, or Aztec, I don't even know what the heck his name is. I'm pretty sure it's the Aesthetic. Yeah, that's what it is. And then we have the other one, which is a Commando from Halo 3. Both are from Halo 3. And then we have 2 Jackals, of which we've never seen it before, which are the Jackal Sniper units. So that is the figures. Nothing really too special there. Lots of guns to give them, so we'll go straight into the actual review here. Alright guys, without further ado, this is the Covenant Scarab. If you guys are excited, then give me a little bit of a like in the description of this set. This is probably the only set where I will ask for that, because this set is just ridiculous. It took so very long to get this set to work, and honestly, it'd be worth a good like if you would mind it. So, I will show you guys the articulation of the set. This set has articulation in a couple areas. Firstly, on the legs, mostly, the legs can move back and forth if you so desire them to, and they will support the rest of the thing if they're in pretty much any position, as long as all the legs aren't in the same place. And we also have a little area down here where these things can move back and forth. Not quite sure why you would want it, maybe only for aesthetic reasons, but maybe you just want it to look like that. I don't know. We do have these things over here which don't really move all that much. And of course the legs are attached by these little ball joints right here. If you can see those, it's great. Also have the turret on the top that moves back and forth. I would suggest kind of wiggling this thing off a little bit, because otherwise you're going to actually like break the thing that's on. And of course, I'll take it off for you guys. This thing does have the look of the actual turret that you would expect. It's kind of huge. I think this one is a little bit more after the Halo Wars one than anything, because that one's huge, but you know, whatever. And obviously the legs are just freaking huge. I mean, look at these. These are like, piece-wise, these are like the size of most sets. Then we will turn around to be back. For another view, most interesting. So of course, from Halo 3 we do actually have this spot, which is the weakness, one of the weaknesses of Scarab. And I'm not absolutely sure if it's set up so that you can... okay. Yeah, it is set up so that you can shoot it off. I don't know for sure if this whole area has like a really easy way to take it off, like in Halo 3, but that thing in particular will come off. And of course the energy core of the Scarab is in here. This is the little bay area. There's not really much interesting in here other than stairs that actually go up to another area, and some storage. I'll lift it up. Jesus. I'll lift it up for you guys. You can kind of see it back there. And there's like a little thing that you can add a door to, and there is the energy core, just barely able to see because it's so dang dark in there. And the energy core room is actually large enough that you can stick more guys into. So sometimes if I like really want to try hard to make this look like an actual Scarab with the putting the elites and grunts and stuff on it, I will actually go to all the trouble to stick 2 guards in here. That is like the most ridiculous thing you can do on this set though. And of course, like almost every spot on this set is like a platform to stand on. There's only a few smooth spots like right here and here, and across here where you can't really put a figure. But that's okay. That's okay. There's literally so many places that you can put a figure on this set, like all across here and in here, all over here, and there's like all these cover areas too, which I think they might have made some of those up, but I really don't care. They just look cool. And we have this area right here that you could also set a figure, but there are some smooth areas in that too. Usually I put my Jackal snipers up here if I want to do something interesting. And another thing that you'll recognize from Halo 3, we have the ability to shoot off these, which I actually have done something different with them. As you can see, I put these yellow blocks in here so that I can just stick it on like that. Because the issue with this particular part is that you actually, when it's like this, it is more realistic, but it doesn't stay up here. Yeah. This piece is literally too heavy for that to work. If someone can design a piece that's like less heavy and then stick it on there, I bet it would actually work, but I'm just too lazy to do it. Literally, this set took me so long that that was the only modification I was willing to work with. and you guys know I love my modifications to sets. So of course, like I said, we have all these cover areas, we have all these areas where the guys can sit. Probably the only discrepancy between the actual thing and the set is that you can't actually, in the actual thing, there's a little bit of a space right here where the figures can go like around. The Spartans can go like around and into an engine area so that they can kill the engine for the Scarab, or the core, or whatever you want to call it. But that doesn't exist here, but it looks like they made quite an effort to make it look like it could work. So, for filmmaking's sake, you could probably make it look like it would work anyway. Of course, we have this area. You will recognize this from the games. And you can actually, you go in here, and there's a little battle map right there. And my extra guns that are left in the set are in here too. And we'll take this off. Take it off. Alright. Take this off so that you guys can see that this right here is actually a door that walkway that goes all the way down to the lowest part of the Scarab. Very cool, very cool. And it actually lifts up, which you can't really see at all. I can't lift it up. Alright, it lifts up to reveal the actual pilot's quarters, which it was something that I didn't think that they were going to actually add in the set. Put this back on. I really like this, how it just goes like that. Of course, you make it look damaged by like making it different than that. Anyway, there's actual pilot's quarters in the set. Take this crap off, and the pilot's quarters are revealed with like little runway lights that go into them, and there's like this little pad thing that has like a map on it and all kinds of cool stuff in there. And you can see that I can like lift that up for figures to escape from that area, and I just broke a leg, and then the leg just unbroke itself. Like literally, these legs, they're so big that if you put in, I was actually kind of having fun when I first did it, because if you put in the top little ball joint there, and then you just lift up the set, the legs and the set are so heavy that they just like push together immediately, and then you don't even have to put the rest of the ball joints on manually. It's pretty sweet. That is how heavy the set is. And of course, we do have some other spots that you will remember that Jesus guys, that people would sit. There is this sniping spot that goes along right by the gun. And here's the gun right here. Gun is pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet looking. And there's like this part that curls down to it. These pieces are all movable back and forth and all that, and we have some aesthetic pieces that are in here as well to make it look more interesting. That is most of the features actually that I can think of on this Scarab. One thing that you will notice that is different from the game is that there will be the actual legs are right here instead of right here, which is where they should be. And Mega Bloks has explained that is because they couldn't figure out a way for then the leg to be on this area that wouldn't have this area just like completely fall off, and that it was just really hard for it not to be just like a straight shot. So that is like the one biggest thing that I would be concerned about if I was looking for the most accurate set possible, is that exact thing happens. And I personally would not try to modify that. The way this set works is so great, I wouldn't mess with it, even me. So this has been the Crazy Man 7777777, and that is the Scarab Part 2. I'll see you guys next time.